Consideration. I'll go first since I'm already speaking. Captain Griffin, Board President. We'll go to my left.
Ryan Reaver, District Superintendent.
Tiana Wyatt, the Director of Instructional Services.
Sean Gallion, Treasurer.
Yes.
Treasurer, thank you. Eric Peterson, Director.
Sean Hanlon, Director of Finance.
Tom Grosdale, Vice President.
Tammy Bassett, Elementary Principal. Robin Fitzgerald, Director.
Ken Schlingus, Director.
Maddie Holland, Student Representative.
Max Getz, Student Representative.
All right.
That's hard.
And in the back.
Craig Walterson, Director of Technology.
Wonderful. I will call for nominations for permanent chairman. This can be any resident taxpayer in the West Salem School District.
I nominate Captain Griffin as permanent chair for this meeting.
I second.
Okay. Are there any more nominations? Are there any more nominations?
I move to close nominations and cast unanimous ballot for Catherine as the permanent chair for the meeting.
Do you need a second for that?
I'll second that.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carried. Thank you all. We'll move on to item 3, which is the treasurer's report by Finance Director Sean Hanlon.
Okay, if you go to page 5 in your, it's right here before your budget portion of it, it's your treasurer's report. What that gives you is what your fund balance was at the end of June 30th, 2020. It decreased or increased in fund balance by about $220,000. A few of the major highlights was general fund went slightly up. We made some determinations by the end of June 30th, 2020 to pay off some long-term debt portion, which kept our fund balance about the same as it was the previous year. Our referendum approved debt service went down. That went from 630,000 to 360. That was an accounting adjustment that needed to happen because it was recognizing bond proceeds. It was coded in the wrong spot. So it was really shifted to 41, 43, and 49. So those are those two pieces, 41, 43, and 49 are accumulation of your project debt. So when we built the middle school, the Panther Dam, and the auto shop, all of those pieces within 41, 43, and 49 are all connected together. You see there's a huge negative portion in 41, 43 for fund balance, but there's a huge positive in 49. Those will close out at the end of 2021. And so the project will be finalized at this point in time because there was a lot of transfers between those two funds themselves. The other portion of it that went also up was in Fund 21. It went from 253 to 483. That's the reclassification of the Fund 60 accounts. We had a new GASB standard for governmental accounting, which changed things. So now your Fund 21 is recording all of the revenues that you receive for donations, contributions, and also on the expense side. So any activity accounting is funneled through that portion. Those are the major, and then the other piece of it was this Fund 72, a private benefit scholarship. There was 2 scholarships, the Hazel Glick and McKinley scholarship, that was not recorded on the district's books, that the auditor needed to make a change on. We had not previously recorded it that way, but a ruling from DPI, we had to adjust for that. I'll jump you through a few extra pages here. We'll pass through on the budget on 2021, which we've already talked about. The next page is budgeted revenues on all funds. That's just the accumulation of all of our revenues. It went down about $1 million. Most of that is because of borrowing for loans for the auto shop and some other additional borrowing that we had for the ETL lighting portion. Behind that is the breakout by object total. It gives you all of the revenues themselves. If you want me to go into further detail, just any questions on that, let me know. Flip to the 2 pages later, you have budgeted expenditures, go from 31 million to 30,875,000. That was also a decrease, mostly because of the roof project that we finalized from the previous year. So that now that went down to 400,000. The next page, after the expenditures, you'll see a taxing district page that shows the breakout of how the allocation is by municipality. And my apologies on the top, the percentage portion should be 2021, the equalized value should be 2021, and the proposed levy should be 2021, if you see across those pieces. So it shows the increase that each municipality gets or decrease based on the levy portion of it. The percent change on the right side is based on your equalized value, so you can see what portion of Greenfield actually, if I pick on Greenfield, they went up 8% equalization value, as opposed to if you look at the town of Washington or town of Hamilton, they both have negative values. So on an average, there's a 3.5% increase in equalized value. The next page after that is our revenue limit worksheet. This is the page that we talk about on a consistent basis. That shows our allocations of students, full-time equivalents, our referendum, recurring limit that we process, our private school and special needs program payment that we need to make, shows our total levy, and then also gives us our levy rate of 9.54. Any other questions?
Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Sean, but part of this is as we getting completed with this portion of the evening tonight, this tax levy, we need to have that to the state by, would be Sunday, correct? November 1st is a deadline for us?
I think it's more, I think it's like November 7th. I think. Yes, we have to finalize our tax agreement for the apportionment.
A question on the percent change in the value. Was that about what we were expecting, or were we thinking it would be higher than 3.5?
That was what we were expecting. We expected it to be about $1 billion, which was about a 3% increase. And that's what it's been over the last 3 to 5 years. It actually jumped just a little bit more. I see this value at some point, and Ken, correct me if I'm wrong, I know we have the TIF within West Salem that is going to close at some point in time. I want to say 2022, 2 years. That will bring an increased value into West Salem as well. So that's going to make some adjustments as far as levy values and mill rates, because that will now be on the tax roll for everybody to take advantage of, as opposed to right now where you're just filling out an increment portion.
Okay, thanks. You can keep going.
That's all I have.
Okay.
Any other questions in regards to this?
Anyone else in the room with a question?
Sean, because we're in the public meeting now,
Yep.
would you want to highlight anything to the public on the revenue limit worksheet, some changes?
Oh, yeah, the couple of bigger changes is the decrease in the full-time equivalent as we went from 1738 to 1677. But we also get the declining enrollment exemption, which helps us cover to make us equal for the year. The state does not penalize you for a 1-year decrease in the future, but if you have more than 1 year, then you have to acknowledge that you're a declining enrollment school, so you'll end up having to spend less, or the levy or revenue limit less for you. The other piece of this is the larger pieces of the private school voucher and the special needs program, which was about $200,000 more than we anticipated on that portion of it. And also our generalized equalization aid, and I can't say enough about that, that was 8.5% increase from the previous year. So what we did in 1920, as far as paying down debt going forward, helped us in the long-term finance on this portion. It's a good strategy on that.
Okay, anything else, Ken?
One more question. How does the levy rate this year that we're proposing compare to last year?
It is exactly the same. It's actually a penny less than it was a year ago. We made the commitment to the community to be at 9.55. we're at 954 for 2021. Of year 2 of the referendum process. So what we've done this year is we've kept the mill rate the same. We've also purchased the things that we needed to purchase, such as the bus. We processed the roof. We did the district office renovations that we've gotten in the facility portion of it, and also the wages that the board is committed to as far as the increase in wages for the staff.
Good questions.
Thanks, Sean.
As well as increase in the health insurance.
Correct.
4.5% as well.
Correct. There was a 4.5% increase in the health insurance. It was better than what we anticipated. Originally, we thought it was going to be about 8%, but our experience rating is actually holding at a very good process right now, and so we're seeing a downward trend for future.
Thanks. We can move on to the business review of Community Service Fund 80, which I assume is you again, Sean.
It is.
All right.
All right, so we get to this page, everybody. Fund 80 Community Service Fund at the top, about 5 pages from the back. And this is the portion of the levy that's part of our revenue limit worksheet that is taxed for the community event center, the swimming pool, and the fitness center at this point. And this shows a breakdown of what the expenses are. I'll just kind of give you a summary off the top. One portion of it is the athletic director's salary and benefits along with the custodian. There's a percentage of the athletic director because he is supervising all of the folks at the pool and the fitness center and running the event center portions of that. At that time, that's where this fund ends up pulling in those dollars. The swimming pool, it shows what the allocation is for the local property tax on that. It shows all of our membership, swimming lessons, what it pays for as far as the community service director, the pool staff, and also the fitness center. This also picks up all the equipment that is needed within the fitness center for the community and for the school students here, as far as the expenses for the community service director. And we're showing at this point in time, we expect a deficit for 2021, spend more than what we take in. But keep in mind, this year is a little bit different because we did not have the pool open for a long period of time this year. And we also, fitness center and other things have been closed. So you won't realize some of these expenses. So I predict that there will not be a deficit for 2021. And currently your fund balance in Fund 80 is at 57,000. So this is a fund that you have to, the expenses have to equal the revenue. So or revenue equal expenses. So you cannot over expend in Fund 80. Unless you want to tax additionally for it.
Questions on that? Okay. We will move on to item 5, which is electorate authorizations.
Madam Chair, I'll move to approve 5A, B, and C, which are the school board salaries, payment of expenses for the board, and the ability of the board to purchase or content real estate construction facilities.
Okay, do we have to read any of those, Pat, to be legal? Okay. All right, thank you. I have a motion by Ken. Second by Tom. Is there any additional discussion? Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Yeah, sorry, you have to raise your hand so Pat can get a count. So if you're a voter in the district, you can vote.
What'd you get, Pat? It's just
Motion carried, we don't need to keep the exact numbers.
Thank you, just
Oh.
being meticulous here.
Thank you, Sean. Okay, next move on to item 6, which is the superintendent's report.
One thing that I'm going to start to do is with the annual meeting report and that booklet, I am going to start to insert a letter on a yearly basis, just to kind of give a standing of where we're at for the district, to have something in there as a message from the superintendent. So what I'll do is my report, I'll read what is going to go in there, and then as we post this on our webpage, this will be what we put in there as a way to advertise our district. First off, it was a welcome to this year in the annual meeting. I said, I'm excited to be entering my first year as superintendent of the school district of West Salem. We have an incredible staff, facilities that are second to none, and a very supportive community. Compared to other school districts, the school district of West Salem sets itself apart in numerous ways. Here are a few. West Salem provides a small school feeling with big school opportunities. Our class sizes remain low or lower, providing our students opportunities to work closely with our outstanding staff. Our students help our district to exceed expectations in our state report card. Over 74% of our graduates enroll in a post-secondary institution. We are a leader in the college and career readiness, with over 98% of our graduates being career ready, and over 72% of our students are college and career ready as they walk across our graduation stage. We are at the leading edge of effective research-based interventions, such as response to intervention and positive behavior intervention and supports. I put public education provides opportunities for all students that cannot be found in other environments. We work to ensure the success of every student, regardless of race, color, socioeconomic background, or any other demographic feature. We offer intervention programs for students who struggle, enrichment for those who need to be challenged, and co-curricular opportunities to expand students' experiences and opportunities for character and leadership development. Not only does the school district West Salem provide a premier public education, but we also do so efficiently and effectively. Despite having a staff and facilities that are second to none, we have some of the lowest spending per student in the state. In CESA 4, we are the 4th lowest spending district per student out of the 26 districts. I cannot wait to see the amazing things our students and staff will accomplish, the challenges that we have been presented. We will succeed with the support of such a wonderful community. Please feel free to contact me at any time with questions or to discuss how we can make our district the best that it can be. Panther proud, Ryan G. Reaver, Superintendent.
All right,
Perfect.
thank you, Ryan. Any questions on that? All right, seeing none, we'll move on to item 7, which is a call for resolution per state statute 120.10, 7, 8, 9, 10. Be it resolved that the Board of Education be given the authority to establish the tax levy up to the full amount allowed under the state imposed revenue limits as is necessary to support the district on or before October 26, 2020.
Madam Chair, I move for the resolution.
Okay, thank you, Ken. I have a motion by Ken. Second by Tom. Is there any discussion? Okay, all in favor, please vote by raising your hands. All right, thank you, motion carried. Item 8 is setting the time and date for the 2021 annual meeting. As noted in the packet, the 4th Monday in October would be October 25th. Normal time that we've done these is 6 p.m.
Madam Chair, I move that we set the annual meeting for 2021, the 4th Monday in October 25th at 6 o'clock.
Thank you, Ken. A motion by Ken and a second by Eric. Any discussion? All in favor, again, raise your hand to vote. Okay. All right, thank you. Motion carried. And with that, that's the last item on our agenda.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Okay,
I second.
ready to get your name in there? A motion by Sean and a second by Ryan. All in favor? And we're adjourned. Thank you.
You're funny, Catherine.